Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy.
Us. Recording my kids playing in the yard. They are stalking us. Recording my kids playing in the yard.
I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
I tried to hold it in. I'm sorry.
So I got the job at Frito-Lay in January of 2011. Prior to Frito-Lay, I was in the United States Navy.
Leaving the service, he just needed to matter. He needed to belong and have a purpose. We both thought he found that in Frito-Lay. And so we kind of centered our life around it.
I worked hard. I bust my butt every day, in and out. Shit, my wife was gonna divorce me because she didn't even think I was at work for real.
No, I did not believe my husband just spent 20 hours at work. No one would believe that. He's not a doctor. It's chips. It's chips and dip.
I went on a stretch one time of like 26 days in a row. Was using a dock door. You press the button and it automatically does what it's supposed to do. I got electrocuted. I was taken to the ER, but the emergency room they took me to was 45 minutes away. We passed 4 hospitals on the way to the hospital they wanted to take me to. And the reason that is because they signed a contract with a certain hospital and a certain network.
From the very next day after the accident, my husband was never the same. He was working really hard to even just get up on to the side of the bed. Usually he's like hops out of bed and he hurries up, puts his clothes on, and he shoves food down his throat and he's out the door. You know, in 30 minutes, he was used to it. He was trained to do that in the service.
When I say I was healthy as an ox, I was healthy as an ox.
We just didn't have any answers. They said he should have been fine, but he wasn't.
I didn't get any time off after the incident. I had to call off the next day as a sick day. I told you I was in pain. I told you it hurts when I walk. And it was like, okay, you know, are you gonna be here tomorrow? I was a site lead and I know what that entails. You're a leadership of the whole warehouse. So if you have to fill in, you have to fill in. I asked for some type of relief period because I was still obligated to work, like picking cases and unloading trucks or rotating product on a forklift. I asked for a chair that I could sit in that would make me more comfortable while I'm doing my office work. They denied it. You're either 100% or you can't work. It just felt like they was just trying to push me out. Eventually I got an MRI by my primary doctor, and he showed that I had 2 herniated discs in my back. And he was like, you shouldn't be doing anything. They could only fix it with surgery.
And my husband still had to work this whole entire time.
They had to remove 2 of the discs in my neck because they were bulging into my spinal cord. I wasn't getting enough fluid to my brain. If I didn't have the surgery, the doctor said any small fall or accident or something like that, and I would have been paralyzed from the neck down or dead. I still have to have surgery on my lower lumbar spine.
From the moment that he couldn't work anymore and needed short-term disability, Frito-Lay abandoned us.
I had to file for short-term disability and then long-term disability. Got approved for long-term disability, but that was months later. So no income coming in.
That's a picture of the car. We were driving.
They require you to go to the doctor so many times, and the doctor has to say that you're in this condition over and over and over. But guess what? You don't have any insurance anymore through PepsiCo/Frito-Lay because they cut you off. I had to pay for that out of pocket too. Didn't have the money to do that. So guess what? I borrowed money or used credit cards or whatever I could. I even took money out my kids' piggy bank.
We had to take from our children to live.
And the doctor knew what was going on, so he was like, look, just pay half of what you owe every visit, and we'll just take care of the rest later. a lawsuit. Just not me. But I did ask for help, and I wasn't getting it.
Frito-Lay, Pepsi, Sedgwick, whoever has people following my family. They are stalking us.
Just to find something to be like, oh, he's okay.
Recording my kids playing in the yard, recording me doing yard work. They follow me in traffic, on the highway, on streets. They follow me when I gave birth to my baby. They follow me to my daughter's school. I took my daughter out of school and decided to homeschool because I don't know if we're safe. I don't know how many people they've given our address and name and information to just to prove my husband wrong. They've done it for years.
Why are you fighting so hard to say that I'm not hurt instead of just look at the paperwork, look at the medical stuff, look at everything I've been through? You would think that I'm a bad employee the way that everything has went. I've never done anything wrong to this company or even with this company. I have numerous awards to show that I'm not a person that you just throw away. I knew the sales side, I knew the operation side. I mean, hell, you could have just let me be a lead and just manage instead of physically working.
Billion-dollar corporations like Pepsi, which owns Frito-Lay, they know this is happening to people, and they do nothing about it. My husband shouldn't have to fight for 5 years over something that took less than 5 minutes to impact our entire life. He pushed a button at work, a button he can't avoid pushing. He has to push it. It's his job.
For a company that talks about diversity and culture and a family-oriented business.
Yeah, right.
Family don't just throw you out because you get injured.
The company makes over $200 billion a year, okay? It's chips. But my husband is worth $0 to them because he's no longer able to push those chips.
You are a number. You're a piece of property.
Yep.
I bust my butt for them. Blood, sweat, tears, sacrifices, holidays, birthdays. I miss so much family things because they make you feel like if you don't do what they say, they will let you go.
I don't even know where to go from here. Honestly, all the life goals and marriage goals and family goals that we had are gone. And I just have to figure out how to survive. And my goal and hopes and dreams now is for my husband to get back healthy and still be alive with us in the future. He dodged bullets in the city of St. Louis growing up. He dodged gangs. He stayed out of all of that. He went to war. He dodged bullets and bombs and came back to me. And now he's been electrocuted at work. We don't know what's going to happen from day to day. My husband stops breathing at night in his sleep. I have to wake him up at night to make sure he keeps breathing. I have to help with my children who don't understand they can't jump and play with daddy.
I mean, I just went from a very fit guy to a guy who is disabled and can barely just handle regular life stuff. I'm 36. I should be able to play with my kids in the yard.
They are stalking us, recording my...
So that was a Frito-Lay worker. He was electrocuted, denied medical care, and he's being surveilled by company agents. That's what they do when they're trying to prove if you're hurt or not. But this is why I tell kids, don't get a 9 to 5. And then I hear all this mental health by athletes and entertainers and stuff. It's like, look, I know you guys are human beings, but this man one day was fit, could run a mile, run anywhere, jump over anything. Now, and you look at it, it's like, wow. They preach all this family and we're together. I don't buy into none of that bullshit. Even when I was working for Amazon, I don't buy into that bullshit. And his name is Brandon Ingram. So basically, Brandon Ingram, not the famous basketball player, y'all. He's basically they basically sued him, and so Melissa, his wife, launched a GoFundMe to raise money for her beauty business, which she describes as their last hope of having a future. In a lengthy statement she shared on a campaign page and video from More Perfect Union, Melissa unpacks the day her husband nearly lost his life on the job when he was allegedly electrocuted. It was severe. But this isn't the first time. Like, there's been plenty of people talking about Frito-Lay treats their worker like slaves. Every corporation treats their workers like slaves. Every one of them. Doesn't matter who you work for. If you work for a corporation, you're basically a number. And you guys want me to feel sorry for these goddamn athletes running around here dribbling the ball or running the football. And you think I look up to them motherfuckers? I don't look up to no athlete or entertainer. I don't look up, fuck LeBron's Jankles. I don't look up to him. I don't look up to them. I look up to people like Brandon Ingram and Melissa. People who are in the same thing I'm in, working hard every day, trying to make it, and then when it all falls apart, the corporation ain't there to help you. They have 4 children, and this is how they treat you. And they black at that, so you know they're going to get treated worse. And you guys are getting mad and sad about somebody accusing LeBrownies of a damn kidnapping and things allegedly, and y'all want to get mad about that, but y'all not raising your hands and fists in the air for workers who aren't even getting their workman's comp, or getting or getting their disabilities, or getting treated right by the company or getting treated right by the company after they got did dirty. He didn't do nothing wrong. He just pressed the button. But see, that shows you the empathy of the world we live in. It's none. People don't care about nothing until it happens to them. A Facebook user responded to the family's plight by noting big corporations don't give a rat's ass about you after you get hurt on the job, making them more money than you'll ever have in your lifetime. X10, I hope you have a good lawyer who will fight for your rights as an employee who got hurt at work. Our prayers are up for just this for you. Stay strong, don't back down, stand your ground. Another commented, so very sorry, big corporations are pure evil. They do not care nothing but a number of prayers. A third added, please stop stocking PepsiCo Frito-Lay products until they start treating their workers humanly. This is deplorable. Exactly. And this is sad. This is Brandon Ingram, and he's had pain and trauma. He's a Frito-Lay worker who, of course, is under PepsiCo. And that's what I was playing for you. They've been secretly being recorded. But what the company will tell you, they're not doing that. The company trying to see, if anything, if they're lying, which they're not. They're gonna drag this case out as long as they can until they damn near bankrupt Brandon and Melissa. And this is how they work. But this is the great nation y'all root for. You guys are so quick to overglorify these athletes and entertainers, but don't give a rat's ass about the people who make between $10 to $20 an hour, busting their ass and working harder hours than these damn athletes. I wish I could pick up a ball and just do that. This is a shame. But please boycott Fritos Lay and PepsiCo, and please go to their GoFundMe. I believe it's trying to see. Yeah, she's launched the GoFundMe. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to post the link in my description box. You guys can go there and you guys can donate. I'm going to donate on when I get paid again Friday. Kind of broke right now. But I'm gonna put the description. I'm gonna put this in my description box. Please, if you give $1, that's fine. If you give more, that's even better. Just go and donate to them because man, they're going through it. And please boycott Frito Lay, PepsiCo. And I've already made a video on them. I believe I did a video on PepsiCo and them a while back. I swore I just did a video on them. I don't even know. I don't even remember the name of that video, but I did a video on PepsiCo and that, unless I thought I did. But please, I'm gonna put the GoFundMe in my description box. Please go raise money for them. They've gone past their goal, which was 75,000. But just donate to them, man. Show them some love. Um, and thank you all, man, for listening to this. Please share this video to everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe to it. And make sure you go to the GoFundMe and put something in for them. I'm going to put it in the description box. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Deezy.